when you're interacting with a narcissist, it's gonna feel like they're constantly changing how they interact with you. Now, there is the whole stage of being with a narcissist. They idealize you, then they devalue you, discard you. They always go through that cycle. But in the subtle nuances of being with them, you'll start to notice that, and it depends on how emotionally dysregulated the narcissist you're dealing with is, but you'll see that they almost change into a different person every time you meet up with them. Now, this might not be this drastic if you see them every day, but I know in my dealings with a narcissist, almost every time I would meet up with them again because I didn't see them every day, once, twice a week maybe. But point being is they almost became a different person every time. And this could be part of, this can be explained because they don't have a sense of identity in a sense. It's common knowledge, or people think that a narcissist is a very about me person. They're just egocentric, like they have this big ego. But the truth of the matter is, they almost are egoless in the sense that they don't have a sense of personality. That's why they're so afraid of being without narcissistic supply. It's why they need other people. They don't, it's not like you and I where we interact with other people to fulfill our social needs because it's just a part of being a human being. But we could, be by ourselves. We could it wouldn't feel good, right? We could be like, I don't know, in a cabin in the woods for like 3 months, and we'd survive. We'd get bored and we'd miss the social contact, but for the most part, we'd be fine. But a narcissist is not likely to do that, and I don't know. I've never ran into an experiment where people isolate a narcissist like this, but they wouldn't want to do that. They are in bad company when they are by themselves, and they need other people to in a sense feel alive. And that's why when they go out and interact with other people, they take on personality traits from those people. I noticed that when I would see the narcissist interact with a certain person, they would almost transform into a different person. And we all do this in a sense. We all interact with people, and the way they reciprocate their body language, their emotions, their everything, it kind of changes who we are, but not that drastically. We should have, a healthy person should have a solid sense of identity, and you shouldn't be swayed around by other people. And this is where you start seeing the narcissist gullibility very, very easily. If you like, if a narcissist tells you like their life story, if they're honest with you, as I heard, sometimes from themselves, sometimes, they're always going to tell you a story and embellish the truth, if not straight out lie. But from other people, I would hear that the narcissist is always getting scammed and bamboozled, and this also has to tie in from the fact that the narcissist almost has to buy people's attention. I noticed my narcissist would always have friends, and it's part of the grandiosity. It's part of wanting to feel superior. They would want to feel like that friend that can buy everything, that can, oh, I got the tab tonight. Oh, you need to borrow some money, here it is. Like they don't, it's part of that. It's part of the disorder to want to seem like they always have it. But that also in turn makes you kind of a sucker. It makes you someone who people see, oh, this person is like really generous, and then because you need to do it so bad, because you need to prop up, as a narcissist needs to prop up that personality trait, they end up getting used. And then also, as they're chasing other people, right? They're chasing status, they're chasing whatever type of supply they're looking at. And it depends on the type of person, but people lie, right? People, and because the narcissist wants it so bad and they want it easily, when you want things easily, right, you either have to do bad things, right? You have to steal, lie, cheat, etc., or you have to kind of be parasitic, just like the narcissist. The narcissist is very parasitic in nature. They're parasitic to your personality, they're parasitic to your finances. And when you're like that, someone can kind of smooth talk you into saying, "Oh, I'm this and that," and then especially more manipulative people, especially like psychopaths and stuff, those people can really take the narcissist. They can really give the narcissist a run for their money, and this is gonna keep the narcissist in a cycle of always going through drama. If you also notice that they're always in some sort of dramatic situation. I couldn't even believe sometimes the stories the narcissist would tell me. Like it was like something out of a soap opera. They're always going to be getting into these, they cycle through there's a predictable cycle, right? They're going to idealize someone, they're going to see something, and they're going to want it, and they're going to like kind of reality eventually, because even if you have a personality disorder or whatever, reality is always going to slap you in the face, right? It doesn't matter if I believe in gravity, it's still going to be there. And then they just they're always going through that cycle, and that in turn makes them a different person, and then they're angry because they lost something. Every time you see the narcissist, especially as as we interact with them, we start becoming emotionally dysregulated, we start becoming very chaotic, and in a sense we eventually turn into the narcissist. And if it gets really bad, we might even turn worse. Like I know after dealing with a narcissist, I shamefully admittedly was almost worse than a narcissist. I was almost like I was in this state of anxiety where I felt like there was everyone was always out to get me, like, and the narcissist is like that too. They're paranoid, they're always scanning the environment for threats. And when you live like that, you're reactionary. They're not as if you notice, they're not a calm, present person. They're always doing something. They always got to go here. They always got to do this because they're always seeking out supply. They can never sit still. And when you live like that, you don't have like an identity. That's why, and there's a lot of reasons why a narcissist is never going to have, a lot of them are not going to have stable careers, is because how are you going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, if every day you're looking to do something different, being a professional requires consistency, and the narcissist isn't going to do that. They typically have jobs where they can show up whenever they want. They're like freelancers, and they freelance your relationship. They they're like the Uber of people. Like they're just gonna pick you up whenever they're gonna turn on the app whenever they want. They're gonna work whenever they want. Oh, the relationship isn't good for me anymore. They're just gonna discard you. That's what the narcissist is. That's why it's always on and off with them. There's never gonna be any consistency. The only consistency in a relationship with a narcissist is inconsistency.